What's going on, y'all? Have you ever had such a good time doing something, and then once it's finally over, you're almost sad that you'll never get to experience that again? You know what I mean? And honestly, it makes you so sad that you honestly forget about how much fun you actually had. The summer's about to end. About to go back to working my regular job during the year. And I had such a good time working my summer job. I worked baseball tournaments all around like South Florida. And it was me and my boys that I used to play baseball with. And the work itself sucked. But just the fact that we were all together, like sharing the experience, made it so fun. And the bosses we had were also like pretty young, so we ended up being able to like party with them later on in the summer once we all got comfortable with each other and stuff. And it was just really fun, man. We would go to bars. We would like have to travel out of town to work these tournaments. And once our work day was over and we go back to the hotel and chill and stuff like that, we would pregame in like one of our boss's rooms and like drink and then go out to the bars and like just fuck around all night. It was just so fun, right? And today was the last day of work, and I just dropped my boy off, and this wave of sadness washed over me, because not gonna lie, we're probably not gonna work this summer job again, because we're college kids and it is a good college kid job. But we're also getting later into our college years where, internships start becoming a thing, and, it's just time to start getting, more adult jobs. And it's just kind of sad, it's just kind of sad that it's all over. And I heard this quote, and it was like, don't be sad that it's over. Be glad that it happened to begin with. And that's so true, man. Like, I'm honestly just so glad that it happened, and I'm so glad that I took every opportunity that came to me with this job. The job itself was kind of hard. We were in the sun all day, and if there was a rain delay, you had to stay there until the delay was lifted, and you could be there for, no kidding, like 16 hours if needed. And like, it was a pretty tough job. However, every time they offered me a job, whether it was out of town, in town, I took it. Like, and I made so many great memories during these work trips or during these tournaments that were in town. And yeah, man, like, and I was talkative, like, the bosses weren't much older than me. So I like treated them as friends, while still being respectful, and I ended up building great relationships with them, you know what I mean? Like, and, yeah. So I just wanted to talk about this, because it was a feeling that just washed over me. And I was like, this is something that could be talked about. Feel free to let me know what you guys, if you guys experienced something similar. This definitely isn't the first time something like this happened to me, but yeah. Alrighty, guys.